Um, all right, we're going to talk a little bit about the voice casting for Shin Megami Tensei 4. Just off the bat, the voice casting was like one of the most impressionable things for me at the time when I first played this game. I did not expect it to be like so uh, engrossing and to kind of bring some of these characters to life. It's not to say I loved everyone's like scripted dialogue per se, although there were a couple of funny parts. But I think the voice acting was really well done. So I'm not really looking at the Japanese voice actors so much as the English voice cast. And when we looked at a couple of them, there were some interesting commonalities. So I'll just read a couple of the names off that were involved in the project, and then we'll talk about a couple of the major ones. So going down from top to bottom alphabetically, it's Ali Hillis, Bryce Pappenbrook, David Lodge, Derek Stephen Prince, Doug Airholtz, Eden Regal, Aaron Fitzgerald, J.B. Blanc, Jamieson Price, Jessica Strauss, Karen Strassman, Keith Silverstein, Kirk Thornton, Kyle Hebert, Laura Bailey, Liam O'Brien, Matthew Mercer, Orion Akaba, or Asaba, I'm not sure how to say that, Patrick Seitz, I don't know, Richard Epcar, and Travis Willingham. Which of the voice actors stood out to you?
The only one that I know offhand is Liam O'Brien because he's been in a lot of stuff. You know that name.
And he's
Can't tell
done
you
one of your
exactly.
favorite characters in this game.
Oh yeah,
Fuckboy
but I
Navarre.
know fuck boy Nafar. But I know Liam O'Brien's been in a lot of stuff. And I let me click on his thing. I'll tell you what if I know him from anything. I think I know Matthew Mercer for something else too.
When we looked at this, they were like there were a lot of commonalities, especially for the Isabeau, Walter, and Jonathan characters. Mercer had done Walter, who I was a big fan of his voice acting here, and he appeared in like the Resident Evil 6 or 5 games, Revelations, I think. There were a couple other ones. There was crossover with Final Fantasy voiceovers. It was really impressive to see the shared usage of these characters across series. Mercer was the one that had surprised me the most. I think he was like, oh, man, I gotta open his page as well. But if you go to video games, he's got like a whole anthology of games he's in. He was in Skylanders. He was in The Last of Us doing voice acting, like additional parts, but it's still really impressive. And then I guess they listed as dubbing as well, because technically this is dubbing. He was in Call of Duty games. He was in Batman.
Oh, that's okay. I was trying to figure out where Liam O'Brien. He's Grimoire, Vice, and Near
Mm.
in book. That name
Mm-hmm.
because because he's somebody that actually like people wouldn't shut up about. I mean, I think it was Terry maybe she couldn't shut up about Liam O'Brien and
Mm.
while I was doing my stream of that game. Um, so Infinite Sonic Forces for anybody that cares.
Yeah, dude,
Okay.
Mercer was Espio.
Yeah, the gang's all here.
The gang's all here.
But so those are definitely two bigger ones that I know offhand. But I'm not like a voice actor guy. I'm sure if you hand this list to like
BioPhoenix.
BioPhoenix or
Yeah.
something, yeah, he'd probably be like, oh yeah, this person was in this thing, you know.
Yeah, it's nice to see, and I mean, I don't know, I personally really like the voice acting. How did you feel about Liam O'Brien as Navarre?
I think he did the role the way he was supposed to, which is insufferable. But
Perfect.
which is a lot of his characters actually. That's like I just noticed that because like that's what like Grimoire Vice is in Nier. He's like in a really uppity character, but I was really surprised with the voice cast for this game and how good it was, and also like the fact that you're while they're talking, you're looking at still images, but just the voice cast had the ability to bring the characters to life, and that really helped me attach myself to the characters more than probably just reading dialogue would.
Yeah, I think that was a pitfall of a later SMT game on 3DS because they did not get a dubbing cast. It was whatever the one in Antarctica is.
It's the one that I'm playing, right? That's Strange Journey.
Yeah, when they remade it for 3DS or remastered it, they gave it voice acting because the DS version didn't have any, but the voice acting was only in Japanese. And the Japanese voice acting was just jarring because we're going to get into this in a minute, but the character portrayals are kind of like they look more European than they do Japanese. So when you're putting like Japanese voices to it, I don't know, it just didn't click with me. And then you send them like to Antarctica, like it was very bizarre to me. I couldn't put my head around that concept. And also the fact that you're like paying extra for a remake like kind of sours that experience too.
Yeah, I'm playing the original version of Strange Journey on DS, so don't have the Japanese voice acting, and without an English voice cast, I have found myself like not really attaching to characters, or like I have trouble identifying characters. Like they'll be talking about a certain character in like a cutscene that hasn't been up in a while, and since I haven't heard their voice or anything, I just forgot who the hell they were. I'm just like, who is that again? But I feel like that didn't happen with this game a lot of the time, even if it was a character I haven't seen in a while, and the voice cast was very distinct, and I could tell who it was. Oh yeah, this character.